Hey guys, welcome to Skipper Surf Review. I'm Yuri Tsudenov and today I'm going to review CI Twin Pin. This board is in PU construction. It's so much fun to surf. It's a twin fin and you don't need to have double overhead waves to make it to work. I tested out in 2+ foot surf. It worked great, it provided good performance, and I can't wait to share that with you. And guys, if you like my reviews, please subscribe. This will really help this channel to grow. Let's get started. This is 6'1" CI Twin Pin, has 34.8 liters of volume, and I was struggling for a little bit on what size to get. I eventually went with the 6'1", and I feel like I made the right choice, because when you paddle on this board, you really feel like you're on some sort of like a step-up board, but not that kind of boring step-up. This board turns. This board provides great performance in smaller waves comparing to like a regular step up that needs like a really big size waves. This board works in 2+ foot surf, that's for sure. And I feel like this board is pretty user friendly in terms of those conditions for advanced beginners up to pros. They will really take advantage of this board. The way it turns, the way you handle waves, you get into the waves, pretty easy. I didn't have any issues catching waves. As long as you have a kind of steeper face to get in, and you will be fine. Unfortunately, if it's a flat, more like a fat face or like more mellow waves, you will be struggling. That's what I've noticed with this board, unless have a big size. If it's like a smaller, like 2+ foot wave and it's mellow, I wouldn't even bother with this board. I would go with a mid-length or some graveler or anything else with a little bit more volume or different shape. So speaking of the shape, this board has a little kind of like a really nice rocker, so which allows this board to get into steep waves with no issues. Kind of flat deck, and speaking of the deck, the glass job is pretty light. I'm not really happy about it. As you can see, some major foot impressions, and this board was in the water 3 times, so 3 sessions, and I already have a lot of foot impressions on the deck. I mean, it's just cosmetically kind of bothers me a little bit, but overall it doesn't affect any performance, so the board works pretty nice. That's what's more important about it. And on the bottom basically goes from the top, pretty flat here, and goes to the V, which starts right up here and goes all the way to the tail. This board wants to go rail to rail, and that's probably the main feature of this board. You want to engage those rails, and the board allows you. Pretty fun stuff to do. So a lot of hold, a lot of control when you surf on this board. I want to take you on 3 sessions that I had on CI Twin Pin. My first session was in the gutless wind swell. It was like 3 feet at 7 seconds. So the waves had 0 push. And after the tide drained a little bit, I had a little bit steeper face to take off. Was able to do some turns here and there, but I would prefer to surf some growler or mid-length in those days. And the second session was in 2 to 3 foot size waves from medium period swell. The board worked much better, really fast, responsive. I feel like the twin pin just wanted to go rail on rail in those conditions. I feel like you can push really hard as you want, and it will hold it for you. I had a lot of fun this day, if he hits like some sort of like a flat spot, so fat face, the board would slow down. I mean, just keep in mind, if you see something approaching, cut it off and go back to the pocket, because the board doesn't allow you to pump to get over this section. You're basically done once you hit the flats. The third session had a little bit more size, but less power. However, it wasn't the issue for twin pin. I mean, I felt like the board gave me a lot of resistance and gave me a lot of control. I could really push hard through the turns and didn't have any issues doing floaters, didn't struggle on making up any speed. And it was just like the swell was like 3 feet that was like 8 seconds, and that worked perfect. I mean, this is probably the minimum conditions that I would paddle out on the twin pin. What I love about surfing twin fins, just in general, is how they give you a lot of freedom and speed. The most important part for me when I surf twin fin is to do a quick top turn whip release. I think this is just kind of like a main feature of the twin fins, and that's kind of separates the twin fins from the thrusters or from the quads. The twin pin, this model, I found it makes it smooth and user-friendly. I mean, I tried so many twin fins before, and I think the twin pin make it not as critical as any other twin fins. And by the way, guys, it's pretty easy to do. Basically, when you come off the top from the bottom turn, just do the back arm lift, and your front arm will be pointing down. At that point, you're gonna shift your weight to the front foot, and like just naturally, and the whip that tail over. If you ever snowboarded before, you will probably get it quickly. So the feelings are kind of identical. That's how I felt. So the twin fins are really awesome for that maneuver. And last, I want to talk about the fins. So I only had a chance to surf, Britt Merrick's fins that he made for this particular model, and it works great. I mean, I didn't have a chance to surf this board and bigger stuff, so I don't know how it would work in 4-5 plus surf. And if you guys try that with other fins, let me know what you feel. Would be interesting to know that. If I ended up surfing in bigger swell, this fins, or even try something else, I will post maybe another review how twin pin works in firing conditions. So as of now, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you like my reviews, please subscribe, hit the like button, notification bell to not miss the next episode. Feel free to add me on Instagram. If you have any questions or suggestions, let me know. Always happy to answer that. Thank you guys for your support, and until next time, bye.